Hello everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Talks. Today, I want to take you on a journey. A story that is at once simple and powerful. My first day in a new country. This is a day full of small surprises, quiet fears, silly mistakes, and little triumphs that teach you more about the world and yourself than many months ever will. I will tell the story, break down the moments that matter, share practical tips for anyone about to move or travel, and leave you with short exercises you can try if you want your first day to be brave, calm, and full of learning. The language will be simple and clear, so every English learner can follow, and the tone will be warm, motivational, and energetic, like a friend who has been there and wants you to feel ready. Arrival. The first moment is always arrival. Stepping out of the airport or station and breathing in air that smells the same but feels different. For me, the first day began with that deep breath. Right after I walked through the arrivals gate, my luggage rolled beside me and my phone buzzed once with a message from home. My heart was a mix of excitement and a little fear. The city outside was both familiar and foreign. The signs in a new language, the people moving quickly, the taxis lining up like a chorus waiting to be conducted. That breath, right there, is the first lesson. Notice how you feel. Name it, saying aloud, "I am excited and nervous." Makes the feelings manageable. It turns the rush into fuel. First small mistakes. Almost immediately, I made small human mistakes. I tried to pay for a coffee with an old local coin I still had in my pocket. The barista smiled and shook their head. I pointed to the menu, mimed drinking, and laughed at myself. These small errors are gifts disguised as embarrassment. They make you memorable in a good way. They remind you that everyone was a learner once. If you are fearful of looking foolish, remember that these small mistakes become the best stories. Each mistake teaches one practical lesson. Check the currency, learn a simple phrase, and carry a backup payment method. Finding the first meal hunger changes everything. I was hungry and tired, and that changes decisions. I learned a simple rule on that day. Your first meal in a new country should be simple and local. I chose a small cafe near my accommodation where people were eating and smiling. I pointed at a dish, and the server brought a warm plate that felt like an invitation. The food tasted different and wonderfully grounding. Eating becomes a way to connect. Food teaches language through gestures and flavors through curiosity. My tip is to avoid big restaurants right away and choose places where locals eat. You will save money, taste authenticity, and the experience will feel honest. Navigating transport is the day's next big lesson. I needed to get from the airport to my temporary room and then to a small store for essentials. Suddenly, the map on my phone looked like a puzzle. I learned 3 simple rules. Plan one route in advance. Keep a paper copy or screenshot of the address. And ask one local for confirmation. The first time I tried to hail a taxi, I was unsure whether to agree on a price first or ask the meter. The driver used a word I didn't understand, and I remembered to breathe and repeat the address slowly. That patience helped. If you use public transport, watch where the locals get on and off. And don't be afraid to ask the driver to repeat the stop name. Small, calm questions save confusion and make your first day smoother. Language and small connections. Language is a bridge and a cushion. I used a few polite phrases I had rehearsed. Hello, please, thank you, excuse me. The moment I used them, even badly, people softened. A street vendor corrected my pronunciation gently and smiled. A neighbor offered a helpful tip in broken English. Saying hello in someone's language creates a moment of shared humanity. You don't need fluency on day one. You need curiosity and a willingness to try. Keep a short list of 5 phrases on your phone and use them. Each small attempt builds confidence and invites help. Safety and practical setup. Practical setup is the backbone of a calm first day. I found a quiet corner and did 3 small practical things. I checked my phone plan and bought local data. I found the nearest pharmacy or store. And I checked where an ATM was. These small actions matter. Local data helps you navigate. A nearby shop solves immediate needs. Knowing an ATM prevents panic. Another important step I took was to register my presence with local authorities or my embassy if needed. This step brings safety and quick assistance if anything goes wrong. Handling loneliness. Loneliness can surprise you in a crowded place. Even among people, your heart can feel a little hollow. I allowed myself 10 minutes to feel it, to call home, to speak in my native voice, and to let the familiar voice of a friend or family member anchor me. Then I did something practical. I stepped outside, walked 2 streets, and observed life. People were living ordinary lives. Children laughing, shopkeepers arranging goods, someone playing a radio in a doorway. Watching ordinary life is a cure for dramatic thoughts. When you feel lonely, connect quickly. Call someone, send a message, or write a short note about what you see. Simple acts anchor you. Making the first local friend. On my first day, a neighbor knocked on my door to introduce themselves. They brought a small gesture, a cup of tea, and an offer to answer questions. That evening conversation lasted an hour and changed my whole sense of the city. The lesson: small acts of hospitality exist everywhere. Be open. Say yes when someone offers help. If you can, exchange contact details and ask one friendly question. Where do you recommend going to feel the city? People love to share their secret spots. A local friend shortens your learning curve and gives you a sense of belonging. Dealing with fatigue by sunset. I felt the day's weight. Jet lag and decision fatigue are real. I learned to schedule rest. On that first night, instead of trying to explore all the city lights, I took a short walk, bought a small snack, and slept early. Rest is part of the trip, not a waste. Sleep helps you recover quickly and notice details the next day. If you are traveling across time zones, plan a light schedule for day 1 and reserve energy for the following days. Finding a routine. Even the first day can start a tiny routine. Mine became morning water, a short walk, 1 local phrase, and a simple breakfast. These small rituals anchor your day-to-day life. Establish a tiny routine that gives you control. a short stretch by the window, a consistent place to eat, or a notebook to record quick observations. Routine reduces anxiety because it gives your brain predictable, calming steps amid newness, practical mistakes to avoid. There are a few mistakes I learned to avoid quickly. Don't accept the first deal if you are unsure. Compare once or ask a second person. Don't carry all your cash in one place. Split it. Don't ignore local customs. Watch and copy how people behave in public spaces. Don't hide in your phone. Look around and be present. These small ideas prevent big problems and help you learn faster. Turning stress into curiosity. A powerful shift that helped me was changing the word stress to the word curiosity. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by new signs, new sounds, and new rules, I asked, what is this place teaching me? Curiosity turns fear into learning. When your body tightens, ask one small question. Where am I? Who can I ask? What can I learn from this? Answering one of those questions calms your mind and moves you forward. Keeping memories of first day is full of little treasures. I kept mine by writing short notes and taking 3 photos. One of the street outside my window, one of the meal I ate, and one of a sign or object that felt different. These 3 images captured the sensory truth of the day. Later, when you read the notes, memories come alive. Create a simple memory ritual. Write 5 lines each night about the day's best moment, the unexpected lesson, and one thing you will change tomorrow. Practical checklist for day 1. On my first day, I found a compact checklist helpful. Carry a small local map or screenshot. Have emergency contacts written down. Know your first meal place. Set up local data and choose one small local phrase to practice. These actions create calm and a sense of control. Keep the checklist short so you can actually use it when your energy is low. Turning the day into growth. The first day is not just survival, it's growth. I used my first day energy to start a tiny habit I plan to keep. 15 minutes of local language practice each evening. That small daily habit turned into a month of improvement and many new conversations. First day actions become the seeds of bigger change. Choose one habit on day 1 that you can continue. A 5-minute journal, a short walk, a language word, or one kind connection. Stories that stay. Small stories from my first day still make me smile. I remember the street dog that followed me for 3 blocks and then sat down and refused to move. I remember the old woman who handed me a napkin with a smile as if she understood I was far from home. I remember the child who waved and made me wave back in a new rhythm. These small details remind you that people everywhere are kind, curious, and hospitable. Keep your eyes open for small kindnesses. They are everywhere, facing big challenges. Sometimes the first day includes bigger challenges. Lost luggage, a missed connection, or a language barrier that won't yield. When problems are bigger, break them down into small tasks. If luggage is lost, ask for a clear next step and write down the contact details. If you miss a connection, ask the local office for help and buy time for a calm decision. Big problems rarely solve themselves quickly. They are solved by small, steady actions and a patient voice, giving yourself permission. One of the softest lessons of that first day was this: give yourself permission to be imperfect. You will be tired, you will make mistakes, and that is okay. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend who landed in a new city. Say, "You did well today." Allow a small reward, a treat, a long shower, or a message to someone who loves you. Small kindness fuels resilience. Practical final tips. Before we finish, here are a few final practical tips I use that anyone can do. Keep copies of important documents, both on your phone and as a printed page. Share your itinerary with one trusted person. Carry a small power bank for your phone. Learn the local emergency number. And most importantly, carry a small notebook. It becomes your survival tool and memory keeper. Short reflection and challenge. Now, a short reflection and challenge. Close your eyes for a moment and picture your first day in a new place. What would calm you? What would excite you? Choose one small action you can commit to. If you travel tomorrow, one phrase to practice, one person to call, one habit to begin. Promise yourself you will follow that action on day one. Small promises are the foundation of brave days. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe this video.